Do you hit snooze 4 hours after you're supposed to be awake? Do you look at things that you're supposed to do for the day and just put them off until forever? Do you spend way too much time on the sofa, watching TV and eating food when you're not hungry? Because I do at the minute, and I really don't love it. Hello, welcome to another video. Today I'm talking about that feeling when you're kind of in a rut and what you can do to get out of the rut. Or realistically, what I'm going to do to get out of that rut. I'm going to flex on you a little bit here, I'll be honest. So over the last month, I'm really happy with how I've been progressing in the gym, progressing with the camera work and the video editing, progressing with a bunch of stuff which I don't necessarily tell you guys about here on YouTube. Ultimately, I've been pretty happy with how it's all going. But it's also starting to feel like a lot of effort to get anything done. Even though the gym is going really well, it doesn't mean that I don't have to really kick myself up the arse to actually get there and do my workout, or that my head's in the right space. What I mean by it going well is the weights are going up, my body's going in the right direction, and I'm happy with that progress. The same with the video editing and the camera work. My skills are getting better, and the video editing is just moving a lot faster, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't take so much effort to just do it. And realistically, I'm not too sure why. I don't remember the last time I was in a rut per se, and I wouldn't necessarily call this a rut, but I would say that I can feel like it would become one if I don't do something about it. And I think partly it's because I've started to get really comfortable and I'm just not pushing myself in the same way that I have been over the past 6 months. When I was away, I started to really get out of my comfort zone and I absolutely loved being uncomfortable. The things where I would do the ice baths for 30 days or I didn't drink caffeine for 30 days. In fact, I just did it all in one 30-day period. Such an uncomfortable month, but I loved it. I really did love it, and I just don't do that at the minute, and I noticed that I spend a lot of time sitting there watching TV when I could be doing work. I spend a lot of time on this guy, just on social media, and I want to start introducing all these habits that I used to talk about and used to do back into my life. There's a lot of habits like this one that I want to just get rid of for a little while and just see how I cope and how I deal with it and whether or not it makes a difference to my productivity and my workflow. Because those are two things that I'm really trying to work on this year, are my productivity and my workflow. I just repeated myself. I'm going to leave that in, dickhead. So some of these challenges are going to include things like quitting social media for 30 days, going back to waking up at 5 a.m. every day for 30 days. But I want to do them one at a time this time, instead of doing them all at once. I feel like if I just do things one at a time, I can see whether or not it's actually going to benefit me and whether or not it's even worth continuing to do. Whereas when I did all of them at once, I was so bloody relieved it was over. Even the ones I did like waking up at 5 a.m, eventually just kind of went out the window as I just drifted back to old ways, as you do really. The only thing which I'm currently doing, which is actually really pushing me out of my comfort zone, are the Southend interviews. And to be honest with you, even those aren't really out of my comfort zone anymore. I mean, you just kind of stand there, ask people some questions and they give you some answers and you look at the camera with a funny face and raise an eyebrow. So if you guys have anything that you really wanted to try and you never have actually done, maybe a New Year's resolution, they're a bit of a joke, aren't they? Maybe you've been trying to set a new habit, or you've been trying to break an addiction like the phone addiction. Let's be honest, we all have one. Then stick it in the comments down below, and if it fits for me working towards my own goals, then I'll give it a go. I'll record the process. I'll make it into a video which requires a little bit more production value than this guy. But goddamn, 4K crispiness. That is nice. So I may as well tell you about the first challenge, which is going 30 days without social media. Now, there are a few rules to it because I do use social media to communicate with people instead of texting people. Now, if it relates to your business or you're trying to promote something like I do with these videos, then you can still post on social media, but it has to be via something like Buffer or Hootsuite or whatever one of those social media management tools you want to use, but you can't actually go into the app itself. Now, like I've just said in those rules, I'm still going to keep WhatsApp and I'm still going to keep the Facebook Messenger app because that is how I communicate with a lot of people. You don't really text people or phone people much these days. That is literally one way that you communicate with each other. But things like Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, which I don't really use, all of those are a no-go. Same with Facebook. It is just the Messenger app which I'm keeping. If that sounds like something that's going to put you out of your comfort zone, then honestly join me, record the process. It would be great to see how you get on as well. Today is the first day and I've already found myself just clicking on the lock screen, just seeing if I've got any notifications, but I've uninstalled the apps. So yeah, mate, my phone is dry. Like mad dry. But if you're interested, then give it a go. Or if there's another habit that you've been trying to set and you haven't necessarily got round to doing it, maybe make this month the month to do it. Over the next 30 days when you see this video come out, give it a try. Record the process, put it on YouTube or just send it to me. We could be bum chums and it'll be fun. I know I really sold it to you there, didn't I? So those are my plans over the next few months. Just get myself back out of my comfort zone. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. That is the ultimate form of self-love, in my opinion. I know some people like to go out shopping, some people like to paint their nails. That's fine. You do you. But for me, I just want to push myself and grow as a person. And I know how lame that sounds. So lame. That is it from me today. I will say that I have another interview video coming out next week. That one is going to be surrounding cannabis. That should be interesting to see people's opinions on that one. I'm really hoping it's juicy. You feed them the right questions and they just feed you the right content. It's a lovely process and I'm happy to be a part of it. So that is going to be coming out next week. So if you haven't already, then subscribe. Other than that, I'll catch you in the next one. That was lame. This whole video was lame. It was, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Whole video was lame. But now I've held myself accountable. Boom! Max out.